Charles Wilhelm has become known as one of the country's top trainers for both horses and people. His approach to training focuses on educating the horse owner alongside their equine partners so they can form a strong bond and achieve an amazing partnership.
And one of the subjects that comes up a lot is a forward horse, a horse that's not forward, okay? What we call behind the leg. And usually these horses are really laid back, kicked back, really quiet demeanors. And they're actually pretty good horses for the amateur. But a lot of times what happens, because they're not naturally a good forward horse, they get really dull. And so these horses and horses that come into training, we spend a little bit of time on teaching them a forward cue. The more they understand, these horses understand the forward cue, the better you can achieve your better performance. Moving off your leg, you're going to have better stops because you're coming through. The horse is actually coming through from the rear because we're getting more impulsion. It's going to carry itself a little bit because it's going to have better impulsion. Sometimes I call it having hot feet. Hot feet doesn't mean the horse is running away. It just means the feet are a lot more active. Trail riding, you know, a lot of the biggest problems in teaching horses to go over objects is not having a good forward cue. Lead changes, picking up the correct lead, transitions, usually all comes from not having a good forward cue. So we're going to demonstrate. I use a couple devices. I mean, I use spurs. If the camera can move in on that spur. And I'm going to show you some different spurs. We're kind of in the shade, but you can see it. I also like to mix it up with a dressage stick. So just to change the scenery on him, if you will. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to work on a forward cue. And I'll start over here so the cameras can see what I'm doing. Now, when I start looking for a forward cue, and you're going to have to feel pretty comfortable. When I ask for I'm going to use the calf of my leg softly. In other words, maybe just a couple ounces. And if I don't get this horse to jump into a trot, I'm going to tip my spur in. If that camera can move right into that spur, I'm going to tip it in right there probably where number 2 spot is, okay? And if that doesn't work, I'm going to take this stick and get him going. See, he got little bottled up there, you know, because he didn't want to go forward. He didn't listen to that calf, all right? So we're going to stop here again. All right, and we'll do it again. A calf, tip of a spur, and good. Look at that. What happens with a horse that has this kind of temperament, if we don't stay up with it, they start, the importance of it is that they start developing attitude. You know, I'll kick at your leg, I'll buck you off if you make me move my feet. So if you got a horse that's really kicked back, really lazy, you really need to work with it. The important thing is that what you want to do is that you always start with the light cue, okay? Now let me throw something else in here. If you're doing turnarounds or in a position where you can't use leg or you want to reinforce the leg, you could do a kiss or a cluck. So you could actually go ahead and throw a cluck in there, like, all right, for example, I kissed and he didn't do anything. So watch, let's do it again. I'll kiss. He's not going forward. I'll squeeze the calf of my leg, tip my spur. He's not really responding. And then he went forward. All right, and we'll go ahead and we'll stop him here. And to do it again. They get not good enough. Now, let's try it again. Let's try kiss. There. Now he's getting some hot feet, okay? Now he's getting responsive.
We hope you've enjoyed watching Charles Wilhelm's Ultimate Foundation Horsemanship. Remember, to find out more about Charles and to see how you can get the most out of your relationship with your horse, visit Charles online at charleswilhelm.com.